just he has a car.
He has a car and money. He's a fake. He's a fucking
He eats Chipotle
phony.
every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. On the dot. Gets it delivered by a...
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, I would totally do that.
I would do that too.
I actually
And you
have
should too, YouTube. How's it going? I'm finally going to start this fucking show because we've been on a tangent for 13 minutes. And
Put it in.
I don't know where we went,
listen,
but we went somewhere.
Put it in. It's because we're slowly turning this channel into something else. I said this last week. I said last week that the show is no longer this show. It's a TikTok
Not
channel.
what you ever think it is. It's going to be something different and better.
It's something different.
Different, but same.
But for the moment, before any of those changes happen, it's the Morning After Music Show. Today
Right.
we are reviewing the new Miss May I album, Curse of Existence, which is all of us. Haha, smile. And guys, I got some Mountain Dew Code Red. We were talking about Warped Tour before. I'm taking it back. Oh, God.
Hell yeah, brother.
Sponsors us, Mountain Dew. I also have something.
I love all 46
Yeti.
of those fucking sugars.
Yeti, I've got a sticker up there for you, too. Sponsor.
This
Oh,
says
God.
This says it has 2 cups of coffee. Enough in 1 can.
Nice. Have you had the Baja Blast version of that?
Oh, the Baja Blast of an energy drink?
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
fucking
God, I'm
awesome.
Is this a
Moon.
quick start thing?
Also,
Send me to space.
No, not the quick start. The new energy that's separate from the quick start one. Somehow, I don't know. Yeah, there's
They have
there's
more.
a different one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it has a lion on it, like Miss May I. They're big into
Ooh.
lions.
They are.
Right.
So yeah, new album. I'm not very familiar with Miss May I, and I also couldn't think of anything. So I'm gonna put you on the spot. Come up with a question of the day since you're such a big Miss May I fan.
Who, me? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, you.
I heard part of it and I was like, oh shit. On the
Question,
spot,
Brett.
Miss May I song or question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's your
What?
favorite Miss May I album?
Mine, Relentless Chaos.
Okay, there you go. Cool.
Yeah,
the
but when
monument,
you go
the
back-
I don't know
monument, I
the other
guess,
ones.
is what it's
When you
called.
go back and listen to it, it's bad.
Dude, I
like
listened
that
to it.
first
I
album,
listened
bad.
to. Well, no, that's Apologies for the Wait. That's
Okay.
that's what you.
That's rough.
The monument, I think, is one I was thinking of. That has Relentless Chaos on it.
Oh yeah.
That one.
That
It's
one.
like the first one with the lion on it, or did the other one have a lion on it?
Bro, every
They all got
single
lions?
album, every single.
This was
so.
this
I
was the
think you're
green
lying.
and red. This is the green and red lion. Is Monument.
Here,
Because
actually,
there's Deathless in 2015, just a skull.
Yeah, but
Just a
those
skull,
albums-
bro.
no,
aren't
there's.
good.
I bet you there's a lion somewhere. You just can't see it. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this bitch up.
Oh, and At Heart in 2012 just has
No.
that creepy little kid on
No,
it.
no, liar. I'm looking right.
That's a lion.
That's the heart of a lion, damn it.
That's a lion heart.
That's a lion heart on that
Oh,
child's
see that
shirt.
skull? See that skull? And Deathless? That's a lion skull, just without the snout.
Wait, and deathless.
They took that, take
I
it
mean,
off.
it's the skull from the lion on Shadows Inside. They
So
did
there
it
you go, big
backwards.
lion
they did,
guys.
They did it backwards, but you know, it's yeah, dude. Every single one.
Anyways, they got lions.
yeah.
Okay.
They got
And
lions.
You can't be a metalcore band without lions.
Yeah. Hey, new question of the day. What is your favorite lion? Simba.
What is your favorite?
What's that knockoff one? Or no, the original that Disney stole. From.
Kimba.
Timba.
Oh god.
I will also take
Japanese
Mufasa.
anime. Right.
Guys, Lion
Alright,
King
why-
the only okay, there's a question. Is Lion King the only lions that are matter?
Lion Lives Matter? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, like what other lion movie
Aslan.
Oh yeah.
that's only if you
Um,
believe in
Witch of
God.
the Wardrobe.
Narnia and God.
Yeah, it's just that's
Or,
only if you
or
believe.
that one South Park episode. We lions love telling jokes. Here, pull my thorn. Young
my God.
lion apprentice.
Wasn't that the lion from,
with a thorn in his paw, right?
that
Wasn't
was-
that a fable?
Wasn't that the one
is
from
Fable.
Rudolph? From the Land of Misfit Toys?
Oh, they.
The
I,
Li- the
I don't-
Lion
I'm-
King?
I'm fucking doing a South Park bit. What are you talking about?
I think that's what they based that
Misfit Island.
lion off of.
Probably.
Rough.
Yeah.
Wizard
Stupid
of
ass.
Oz, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
that
the
one
Lion
is-
and Wizard of
Jesus
Oz. That's a good
Christ.
one.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay.
Apparently, there's 4
No,
lions.
the Jesus
that-
Christ lion is Aslan.
Oh, my bad.
Lions
You're right.
in
My bad.
movies. Oh,
The
the
MGM.
lion in Madagascar.
No, the
Oh, yeah.
MGM lion. OG lion.
MGM lion.
That's
Who
OG.
was the lion beast transformer from that stupid Transformers show with the beast? Where they were like
Zoids?
animals. Do you remember that?
Did
Beast
they have
Wars?
a-
Was that what it was?
Beast Wars? Yeah, Beast Wars or Zoids. Yeah,
Or
Liger.
Zoids.
Oh, the
No.
liger. Liger is
Yeah.
is a
Uh,
lion tiger.
Lion
yeah,
tiger.
there you go. You got it.
What about a lion? Tiger lion?
Tiger lion.
I don't think you can do the other way. I don't think it works.
Awful.
It's pretty much it's like a lion and a tiger mix, bred for its skills and magic. I had to look up the quote
Ooh,
from Napoleon Dynamite, throwing it back.
there we go.
Like this band threw it back all the way back to metalcore days. It is their 7th studio album. It was released September 2nd, 2022. It has 10 tracks coming in at a quick 37 minutes and 25 seconds. The performers were as followed: Levi Benton on the vocals, BJ Steed on lead guitar and backing vocals, Justin Brett, I'm going to need your German. How do you pronounce that?
Aftenkamp.
Thank you. On guitar and backing vocals, Gerard Boyd. How do you?
Jared.
Jared?
Boyd?
Why do you spell Jared like that?
Gerard.
Gerard.
Fucking completionist is here today. And Ryan Neff on bass and on clean vocals. No
Neef.
features, and the producers. Is it Neef or Neff?
I'm just messing with you.
Okay, god damn it. Fucking it's Nerf for nothing. Okay. Producers were the King, Will Putney, and I don't know who mixed and mastered it. I couldn't find it.
Nice. It's too new.
So I'm gonna go with it was the band that did it, or Will himself. I could be wrong, I could be right. Who knows? No one's gonna watch this that knows the answer. So, fucking sue me. And then the singles
they're on
were
Sharp Tone. They're on Sharp Tone now, so maybe it's just the record label. Let's
I
go with
mean,
that.
yeah,
yes,
sure.
just the record label walked in the studio and was like, "We're mastering it.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna mix it.
Actually, it was
Y'all hit
Rio,
record, but we're gonna
Rio from Crystal Lake.
from
He did
Crystal
it.
Lake.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
yeah, dude.
flew them in.
Yep.
And the singles were Unconquered, Bleed Together, Earthshaker, and Freefall. Now, throw it over to you, gentlemen. Josh, you're
Yes.
back again.
Hey, what's up?
What's your history, Miss May I? How'd you like it?
Okay, so first time I ever heard him, it was like high school, maybe junior year, senior year, something like that. And I just remember a lot of double bass, and it
Yeah.
was cool. And but they did that same riff a lot in that first album. But it was like,
Dude, they
remember
have
the name of it.
so here's how every
a Dance with
Miss May I-
Erica, Architect, all that. Basically, the intro started off like any black metal song you'd ever hear. Apologies for the week.
and forgive and forget.
Yeah,
the end,
it's
yep.
all it's
Yep.
the same riff.
No,
Always.
here's how every album until what was the 2015 one? Deathless. Until that
Deathless.
album, every single you have really fast double bass, maybe a little bit of like a kind of half blast beat go, and then you go and then you go into like a halftime,
Yep.
and then
They
you do that.
They
and then,
did
and
the
then break down.
metalcore like thing where you have crazy fast intro, scream vocal in the verse, beautiful melodic chorus, breakdown, scream, done. Like it's always that. It's just that, and that's what Miss May I has always
It's a
done.
solid formula.
Solid formula, and they
Like
were
to
the
a T.
kings of like the arena snare drum hit. That is that is their fucking dude. You thought Attack did a lot. Like this is their bread and butter.
I think it's important to mention that, like, okay, in the 2000s, metalcore was probably the biggest metal genre, and you had in the beginning of the 2000s, you had the Avenged Sevenfolds, the Atreyus,
Kill
getting
Switch.
into kill switches, and then middles, you had like 2005, 2006, you started getting the August Burns Red, like a little more proggy, and then you got to the end, and it's like 2008, 2009, the Attacks, the Miss May Eyes, all of that, like they started pushing more into, can we get a big sound rather than a technical sound? And this band does that really well. But we even mentioned this when this album first came out. They hit that metalcore and they decided not to do the Beartooth thing. They decided not to do the Data Remember thing, the arena rock thing.
Inevitably, that's where everything headed. Was
right,
you mentioned the Attack Attacks and the Miss May Eyes. Eventually, everyone's going to the Beartooth. Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, and if you listen to the last two albums, it was. I mean, I expected that. I fully expected this album to do that.
It could have went full tilt straight into that kind of crap.
Because they were leaning that way. They were doing what Architects did, where it's you slowly transition to it, over a few albums. This would have been that third album, which would be Here We Are, or Arena Rock. Yeah.
But instead, they take 5 years off and come back with. I mean, the last album is it even 5 years? 2017. Is that math?
Yes,
it's 5. Yeah.
So 5 years off, pre-pandemic, going away and everything. Like, so to go through all that, and a lot of people are like returning to the roots and everything, right? I think especially after this year, next year, and everything, we're going to see a lot more bands like this that went that arena rock sound come back with more of their authentic, original sound, but more mature. And I think this
if we can
album
get,
was a perfect example of that.
The word Alive. And Architects.
Oh my God! Get a Deceiver, but for today's world. Oh, wow.
No, I think it's a good point to say, like, in that 5 year span of not writing music and not doing anything, they didn't get stuck in a place that was like, we made a lot. We made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beartooth hit it right. They were heavier, and then they got popular and with like a song that would get on butt rock channels on the radio. And now they're like, we're fucking stuck here. We can't leave this or we lose all our money.
Now they'll forever be best friends with Jacoby.
Yeah, I don't think they want to leave them. At least not yet.
Well, no, I don't think they have integrity. But like bands like Bring Me the Horizon, they did it first. And they're like, we have some success. Why would we leave? Right? Bad Omens, we have some success. Why would we go back to breakdowns when we could just make this weird synthwave rock now? I don't think
for the time being.
Right. I think within that pandemic of time period is when that stuff started getting really popular. Miss May I wasn't around, right? 2017, 2022. They were like, we're still a metalcore band.
Yeah, because so that you're saying because they skipped the transition period for everyone.
Yep.
They just stayed who they are.
Like they were starting that transition, but they never fully went. They never had a "You're welcome."
Right.
100%. Right. They were, and I think because a lot of us are tired of that arena rock, popular butt rock metal. I think now we want this back. We want more metalcore back. We want a little more technical.
Authenticity.
Someone who liked,
I think this is smart.
But like, so as someone that liked the arena rock sound for like the Architects, I liked that last album a lot. I still would have rather them stay on the metal side. Out of like, I think a lot of their fans would. I think a lot of fans of all of those bands so far, like we're kind of liking what we hear, but it's not what we wanted. We wanted this. This is what we wanted. I mean, shit. Look at Prada. That's exactly what I wanted from them.
If you're a fan of the band, I don't think you're gonna say, "Well, they made bad music. I'm out of here," right? Because it's still not bad. It's just different. But like, if they were still making stuff that was, what was that? We did a whole Architects deep dive at one point.
Yeah, the Dear Love, or not Dear Love.
No, let me look up their album.
Or whatever the hell the last one's called.
I'm talking even further back. Like if they were doing Daybreaker stuff, or if they were doing Hollow Crown stuff today, they'd be obsolete. They would have died off. So they hit a place, and it was strong for them, and it's still fine to listen to. And fans of the Hollow Crown days can be like, I still like them, even though for those that exist or whatever that album is, wish to exist. If it wasn't for that, they wouldn't be popular. That album really shot them into relevancy.
I'd argue, like, so I know we're getting off topic a little bit here, talking about Architect stuff now. Like, but the album before that, I thought was, I think that's their best work.
Holy hell.
Overall, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a combined package, that was peak right there, and I think that's why I liked. Jesus, I already forgot what it's called again. That last one for animals.
Holy hell.
No,
For those
Holy
that
hell
wish to
and for
exist.
those that wish to exist.
Yeah.
But like, look at that. Like, I know we're using Architects because they are a popular metalcore band. Miss May I is also a popular metalcore band, but here's that difference. You're talking about stuff that happened in between the 2017 to 2022
This is all within the gap.
period.
Right.
When you look at Miss May I, you have 2017 was the last album, Shadows Inside.
Okay, I'll put it this way too. Okay, that same year that we're talking about, Shadows Inside coming out, was Wage War's album that we actually do like from them.
Again, a perfect example of that.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in those 5 years?
What happened?
Right? And I think it's cool that they just didn't exist for 5 years, because now they come back and it's like, wow, they got 6-string guitar riffs. They're adding 7 strings in. They're changing tunings. They're like, we're gonna modernize metalcore. Instead of just playing drop C, we're gonna add in a drop B. We're gonna go drop A with a 7-string or B standard or whatever. We're gonna change. Every song's gonna be a little different. And I think Trivium does the same stuff, even though they're a little more dad rockish. There's more experimental aspects to their music. I think this man's doing the same thing.
Matt just does whatever he wants now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's
fine.
It's good for groups like this to experiment with their metal.
I mean, it's only been like an episode, but look at Shikari. You know, fuck it. Yeah, I have to bring them up I have a contract with them. That's why I was meeting with
That's
Ralph.
what it is.
I have to bring them up every show now.
Yeah.
It's what keeps my membership in place. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look at them. Like their first 4 albums, you could see that direct, like, progression, mainly focusing on politics and much more like the hardcore edge with the dubstep elements and all that stuff. But then the spark happens, and they dial all that back. They don't.
Yep.
They only have one song about politics on that album. More inward stuff, doing their more poppy shit. Which it still sounded good. But here we are now with that new single, and that sounds more in tune with the older stuff, but with the newer stuff, if that makes any sense.
Well,
Okay.
Looking at this with Miss May I, bringing it back a little bit, what in this album can you hear that's like, okay, I know that's them, but then what is different to you that stuck out that necessarily isn't a bad thing, but helps them progress?
The drums.
I mean, Cody, you're
The drums.
that familiar, but
There's every 100% the drums for me, because like, dude, those drum parts back in the day, there's the parts are here, like all those really fast, and then you do a little quick drum fill, and then it's halftime, exactly what you were just doing, like that. That formula is still there. There's a breakdown, arena hit, breakdown, arena,
catchy
like
choruses as well.
Right, that's all
catchy
there.
cleans from the
but
bassist, 100%.
What's different this time around is like there's quieter, chiller parts. Maybe there's some whole notes. Like there's things like that in here.
It's not just riffage.
Yeah, it's not just speed. Chug riff speed, and then let me cry my eyes out. To you,
Right.
Like in a chorus. Like that's
Cody. What did you hear in this that like, if you liked it, like what is something that you're like, okay, this is interesting, or this is something that people aren't doing?
I had never really gotten into Miss May I. I say that a lot on this fucking show, apparently. Big music guy I am. But like all my days of like listening to Pandora and having random shit, like I recognize the album covers for Apologies Are for the Weak and Monument and a little bit of At Heart, not so much. I can't tell you any songs I know off of those albums, but I've always been just kind of okay with them. This album kind of like I liked it a whole lot. It sounded very big. I'm not so familiar with all the words and choruses and everything, but they hit really hard. The drumming was like Brett, like you said, very solid. The riffage is very solid. Everything's just very solid. It sounds nice and classic for metalcore, but also modern. But without the bad kind of modern associated with that. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not.
I agree.
there's like you said, authenticity. You said that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that they were like,
tried.
we're gonna get in the studio and we're gonna write something on purpose, not just to try to hit a trend, right? I didn't really connect with the lyrics too much, and I'm sure you're gonna expound on that once we get to that section, Cody, because that's your area.
You would think so, but
no, like I couldn't connect with the lyrics all that much, and it was really kind of starting off kind of off-putting to hear hit the hard vocals so different from what I am used to.
Mm-hmm.
But it is interesting to see him try like to range the lead vocal.
Oh, I mean, even though I have a limited like understanding of their back catalog, like this still like sounded the most thought out of everything I heard. Like this sounded like okay, I get this band now. You know what I mean?
I think
before
this was
it just kind of blends in.
This is a good representation of that. You don't have to be too familiar with their old stuff to know this, because you kind of get a feel while you listen to this of like, yeah, this is them. You know, regardless of ever hearing their older shit. Like there's just something about this is like, this feels cozy. You know, this feels comfortable for them. Like this, they're not they're not trying something completely different. They're just doing what they want to do.
Yeah, I think that's the choruses. Like it's coming and everyone's gonna know them. Like it's such a simplistic kind of writing that you can sing along to, and everybody's
the only way out is through, dude.
Right, like that first song hits hard on like I've been like screaming it through the house. Like it's such a good chorus. I fucking love that. Day in, day out, whatever. Like it's really good, and that's something we've always said. Like, oh yeah, the bassist with the gigantic gauges, he's gonna be singing something, and it's gonna be coming up right now. It's coming. And most metalcore bands do that, and I don't think they're an originator in that, but they definitely like put their stamp on it. They're like, we do this,
for sure.
There's also something, but like by now, the fact that they're still around, like something about them stood out, because there was, like you said, there was a million bands. This is not that different than anything else that was at the time. Yeah. But there was something about it, the way that they put it together, it just kind of is stuck, and I think this is why they're still here.
I feel like they fit more along the lines of like an As I Lay Dying kind of metalcore, but they're not as old, right? Like
nearly as cringe, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think
not this album.
I think As I Lay, I think that's the modern bits, right? They're catching trends, but they're still keeping to their metalcore roots. Where like I feel like As I Lay Dying slowly becoming like Death Clock, like they're slowly becoming that.
Okay, so here's a good way to put it. For The Devil Wears Prada and Miss May I were both As I Lay Dying knockoffs. It's just one of them they went different ways on it.
Yeah,
sure.
Maybe more.
But if you
emo,
like,
more metal. Yeah,
a little bit. Devil Wears Prada got a lot more of the synthesizer and shit like that going on. But like those riffs are exactly the same. So it's. But if you like Prada, if you like old Prada, you're gonna like this stuff too. I've always
I'm pretty sure they've toured together as well. I'm pretty sure Miss May I and Devil Wears Prada, because they're very similar, and it's that 2008, 2007 kind of sound. But they're just older and they can play better. So like things have advanced. But overall, I wouldn't say it's a great listen. I've listened to it plenty over since it came out. It's a good listen, top to bottom. It's pretty solid. There are some like, no offense, Unconquered is bad. I don't like it at all.
You don't like it?
The arena song?
It's fine.
I hate the Uncut. Like I just don't want to hear that. It's so
because it's quick. I don't mind it.
Yeah,
they didn't do like Hail the King where it's like that for the whole fucking song. It's there for 5 seconds and let's go. So I don't mind it.
Yeah, I like all the melodies.
I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like it's a good solid song though. You see them live, you see that song.
It's not bad. I just comparatively, there's better songs on there that they could have done a single for, in my opinion.
I think that's a good one to have the crowd know.
I think for a single, it works.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the quick little breakdown, like little things in the chorus are cool.
Yeah,
I could just be hating on the lyrics there. but that's just
No, I get you. There are parts where like it's to me it's the cringiest song on the album.
yeah.
I think so. I agree with that.
It falls hard into like what I hate about like Metallica.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's the song that I'm like, okay, don't do that.
Yeah. They went too. Yeah. They went a little too far on it.
Right.
No, I agree with that.
That's the Pantera stuff that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's shit. But for the most part, they're like the top half of this album. Every one of them is a banger. Top half.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. On that point, like it moves pretty fast. Like it's sitting there at 37 minutes, but it doesn't feel like it. It flies by.
I
But
don't
not in a
honestly
bad
argue
way.
I do think it's a bad way because I want more. This is a
That's
good
fair.
album. I want it to be longer.
Yeah, if you listen to the thing
take
top to
two more
bottom,
tracks.
Yeah.
of course. If you listen top to bottom and then it like moves on to the next album, like on a streaming platform, you instantly feel like, what happened?
The difference.
Yeah, dude.
I don't
yeah.
want to listen to whatever else. Like,
Yep.
yes, their back catalog is fine, but like this is such a leap up from that. You know, like I feel like
It's
everything
fun.
else is just average
It's a fun album.
metalcore, and then this album is just like, y'all put some time in. Good job.
Okay. I have a question, Brett. And since you're the Miss May I aficionado here,
Yes.
what would you say? I know we asked favorite album. What would you say is their best album? And if you had to give a letter grade to it, what would you give it?
Other than like.
Besides this one?
Besides
this one.
Okay.
Deathless was a really big one for me, to be honest with you.
The most recent one?
No,
Or
from
2015?
2015 one.
Okay.
When that came out, I only had that and that newest that Pink album from Broadway. I had those two albums on repeat for like the whole year. I don't know why. There was just it has a lot of that arena rock sound to it. Like you can hear them starting to go towards that, but it was before that, so it wasn't that bad.
I hardly remember that album.
I had that thing
in the
on
post show.
fucking
I
repeat.
want to listen to some of those because I can't remember.
Yeah, dude, I'm
anything
down.
on that album.
I'm down.
I would say for me, At Heart, because that's the one that has Hey Mister on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that song. I remember seeing that music video. I'm like, damn, this is cool. This is really good.
I actually didn't
and
care for
this
the
was-
album too much, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I just feel
it's-
like there's something about it
Yeah?
that's. I mean, it's 13 tracks on that one. This was back when they were on Rise Records, so maybe I was feeling that.
Oh, dude, Rise was shit back in the day.
Yeah, at that time Rise was great. So I don't know. In the post show, we should listen to some, try to get some perspective. But
I just wanted to get your a gauge, kind of a feel of like the different eras that they've been in, or album cycles, or whatever.
I don't remember Rise of the Lion at all.
Okay.
That one's
2014,
that's a very forgettable. I would say personally
A single track on there, I know.
as far as like the big chunks of like here's the defining era, here's the next one. The Monument was like the really big step forward for them.
Sophomore album.
Sophomore album, very the production went obviously up. You know, the songwriting went up, and then we did that for a little while. And I'd say Deathless was the next big like here's another change. You know, and then we had the two albums of Deathless and Shadows Inside that were fairly similar to each other.
So
but
do
this
they
is-
kind of move in pairs? Would you say?
It seems to be that way? Yeah, I'd say
You got
so.
Apologies Are for the Weak and Monument. And then you got At Heart and Rise of a Lion, which, depending on who you ask in this conversation, could be forgettable.
I would say that those are two similar albums as well. I would definitely argue that.
You kind of tell by the album art.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, and then Shadows Inside and Deathless are kind of a pair as well. So, okay, so yeah, truly is kind of like a new frontier for the Miss May I fan.
What do we get next?
Yeah, right. I'm excited to find out, but first we got to find out what the internet thought about this album.
right,
Housekeeping
internet.
reviewed the podcast within a podcast where I've gone through and I've done Metacritic's job for him. Josh, do you like the second page of Google results? Because I go to the fifth page, bitch. There you go. Yeah.
I mean, that
All
could say
right.
that could be two things, right? Like one, no one's talking about this man, or you're thorough.
I'm thorough. I didn't need to go that far before I stopped getting the reviews. It's not American Idiot where I had to actually just stop and like, all right,
I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
and I had like fucking 60 of them. All right, so let's go through these and find out what the internet thought of this album. Rock and Load magazine had it at a 9. Games Brains and Headbanging Live had an 8.5. Distorted Sound and Wall of Sound both gave it an 8. Cryptic Rock and Josh, guess what? Boolin Tunes gave it a 7. Rate Your Music's user average was a 6.6. Metal Digest had it at an 8. DJ Saw gave it a 9. And Album of the Year's user average was a 6.9. Nice. Over on YouTube, Richard Metal Fan gave it an 8. Among the Fence only gave it a 6.3. Chandler Burton Entertainment gave it a solid 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Sean Bozeman gave it an 8.5, and Brian Delivers You the Goods gave it an 8.5 as well. So,
Brian.
a lot of good praise. Not all over the place, just mostly in the B's and the A's.
Yeah, because there's nothing cringe really about it all that
there's
much.
really hard. It's
The songs are hitting, the melodies are there, the riffs are there. They put time into writing this.
Honestly,
yeah,
that's all I think.
It's a quick listen, but it's a nice package. I don't think
it is.
There's
every
anything I
song is
needed
great.
to. There's not anything I need to add or take away. Could there are there better songs on the album compared to maybe like the second half is kind of forgettable, but not to the point where I'm like these are bad.
No, it's just those first songs are.
I just like those first five or six. They're really good.
Yeah.
Right. So, like nothing is sitting like below average on any of it. So.
Okay.
Makes sense. Internet. I think we're all thinking the same place.
All right. So.
Say my score was a little higher than I was expecting it to be.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Was not expecting that. I think overall, the score for the internet. I'm gonna do it for the meme again because I don't know. 8.6.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
I don't think
8.35.
Yeah, I think it's lower.
8.35. Yeah, 8.35.
Y'all are just a bit too high. 7.95.
Oh, okay.
Those two sixes kind of did it in.
Yeah.
I think I
was thinking like 8.2 or something.
Overzealous on the 10 on that 110.
You could round that up to an 8. It's about an 8.
Well,
it's an 8.
Well, an 8.
If I should I give my score? Should I explain?
I mean, if you want to go into that,
we should, because that's like almost mine. Like I think I almost won this time. I think.
Oh, wow.
Songwriting, and lyrics, I said 7. I didn't connect too much to them, but the songwriting aspect, solid. The musicianship, they're great. 8.6. There's not really anything in there that I hated. It was pretty good. Production, I gave an 8.9. I would have given it a 9 solid if it wasn't for like some of the mixing. Maybe it was because the guitars were tuned too low, but some of the lower tuned tracks were kind of muddy. But overall, it's still very good. Originality, it's a metalcore, 7.8. Like what else? Like they're not doing anything revolutionary. Okay. And then memorability, I remember a lot of it. Like so, I give it an 8. It's pretty good. Like I was saying, I was walking around the house singing some of the clean vocal parts, and I haven't done that for a band in a while. So, at least the new group, I do that to like Hawthorne Heights like every day. But
that's different though. Yeah.
But so with all that, pretty close. If it was 7.9 on the internet, mine is an 8.06.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
I was ready with the 7. 8.06. Nice.
Yeah, it was just a little bit higher than the internet.
All right.
And guess what, Josh? I'm a little bit higher than you.
Oh my God, no way.
Kind of the same vein of everything. I gave songwriting lyrics a little bit more. I like the melodies a lot. I too didn't really connect with the lyrics super well because I'm at work now in a factory, so it's kind of hard to I'm getting my listens in, but like it's hard to pay attention because I'm too busy shucking weed off of stems. So but like the things that did stick to me, like the only way out is through, like that one. I like Bleed Together's chorus. It was all for you because it was never all for me. Through the lowest lows and the coldest goes. Like that one. I like that one a whole lot. Might be my favorite one on the album. So I gave it an 8.7. Musicianship 8.69. They're
Nice.
solid. Like nice, exactly. Nothing groundbreaking and new, but very finely tuned. Production 9.2. I don't think will ever get below a 9. I think it's impossible. He's like the best producer we have in the industry right now. Motherfucker gets everywhere too.
He does.
Originality 8.1.
Yeah.
But not a bad thing.
That's not
And
bad.
then
That's fair.
memorability.
That's fair.
I only gave it a 7.7 because normally for me to remember it a lot, I have to know the lyrics, and because of I do remember some only when the song is playing though. Like I can't tell you how the song goes by just looking at the list, but once it's on, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, it's this one. Yeah, I got you. So overall, 8.52.
Hell yeah.
All right. This is going to be a weird episode. Just saying that
All right,
now.
Miss May I fan.
Yeah,
Do it.
I'm going to go ahead and do it
6.9.
because it's a little higher than that. A little higher than that.
Okay, good. Good.
Okay.
A little bit. So, songwriting lyrics, as you guys said, didn't really connect to him too much.
No, you.
Shocker.
Listen,
I know.
hey,
It's the biggest
They're
surprise.
better than the older stuff,
They are
but it
better than the
is-
older stuff.
but it still is it's just there.
It's just there. I never. This is not a band I go to for lyrics.
No.
Just.
I will say-
I want breakdowns in the arena hits. That's what I want
Right,
with these guys.
right.
I will say for me, I did real quick run through the lyrics during the show, and I do like a lot of what I'm reading. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just a matter of I didn't get enough time
He's-
with it to really pay
yeah,
attention.
I don't think he's doing anything bad, and I didn't score him badly either because I just it's just not my thing.
We know you're not
Yeah,
the
it's
lyrics
not.
guy.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
like driving on 75. Okay.
No, no,
the
they don't.
fuck?
They don't stand out to me in a bad way or anything like that.
Right.
And that's
They're just-
okay with me.
They're doing the.
But they're
job.
also not American Idiot.
Yep.
Yeah, only American Idiot.
Yeah.
And for Brett, that's really the two options you get.
that's all you get.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
either gonna know every word or I'm not hearing a damn thing you're saying.
You're gonna know you either, and even then, if you know all the words, it's either a good or a bad way.
Yeah, you know.
There's no in between.
There's no.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, musicianship. I did not give them a 10. I gave them like a 9.5 or so because it was really good.
Okay.
They're all playing really
Okay.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing
Drums
I
helped out a
didn't.
lot.
The drums. Oh, he's
Good.
arguably the best part of the band. Not to say that everybody else is bad though. Like they're all really good. It's just I've heard
He
all
just
of
shines
it, you know.
more.
He does, but I've heard all of it before from these guys. So there was nothing new, you know. So
but as a drummer, you're gonna recognize the drums much more.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, that's arguably, especially like there's no the fuck bass part is happening.
That's,
Well, he's
why
singing,
That's,
so-
that's why he's singing. Right.
Yeah, it's like okay, cool. You're playing the drum part on your bass, cool. Yeah. But yeah, so nothing different. So I didn't give them perfect 10 because it's not their first album. Where we at? Production. I thought it was fine. I thought
Yeah,
it sounded great.
great.
I didn't hear any. Josh, what were you talking about? Like with a little bit of muddle or mudding or whatever.
There were no lower tune songs. I think it was just a little too much low end, but I mean that's the point of metal. So.
But yeah, but no, I didn't notice. I did that. It never brought to my ear or it never came to my attention. So I'm gonna go with it was fine. At least on on my end. Originality. This is where I gave it like a 7 or so because again, it's nothing I've never heard from them before. It was just nice to hear it.
After
there's a
5
difference
years.
there. Yeah. But there is a difference. This isn't, be real. This isn't the most drastic thing from Miss May I. Memorability. I remember damn near all of this though, so I gave it a very good score on that one. My overall came out to an 8.9.
8.9. Wow,
Good.
nice.
Yeah, a lot higher than I was expecting, but
it's really good.
I really like this album. Yeah.
Yeah, like I kind of when I'm working, I'm like, what do I want to listen to? And then it ends up, going this way right now. Like I want to listen to this. It's not that like, oh, I have to listen to this or what.
It was like Green Day.
Should I listen to?
It was like Green Day last week.
Like I want to listen to it.
Yeah,
I'm surprised we haven't done this with like August Burns Red yet, because like I'm sure that's going to be just months of just straight listening.
What hand is it? It's that one right there.
Right there.
Where they stand. There it is. There it is.
All right. Well, I have calculated the scores, and I'm ready to go to the Monolith.
To the Monolith.
There we are. Oh, let me get rid of that.
Oh.
There we go.
Where do you think it's going?
What? I'm sorry. Go over the scores for me again.
8.9, 8.5, and 8.06. So 8, 8.5, and 8.9.
I mean, it's going to be 8.5. I'm going to go 17.
The new number 17. Okay, so between Bill Murray and Every Time I Die. Josh, what about you?
I think it will be 15.
15. Oh,
Really?
wow.
15. Okay.
Between Data Member and Spirit Box. Well,
That's gonna be difficult.
You're closer. Not quite.
Oh,
it's actually number 18.
Damn, I thought it would kick over the 0.5.
Now it could be equal to it. Doesn't mean anything yet.
It was an 8.9 and an 8.5 and then an 8.06.
Yep.
And the 8.5 was just 8.50?
5.2.
5.2. Okay. This is blowing my mind. Hold on. Well, no, hear me out.
4.9 or something.
Oh, you know what? No.
5.0.
I know where I'm thinking. Wrong. Okay.
Yeah, it could tie. I'm not saying it did.
No, it's not going to.
Tie.
It's not going to. It's going to be 4.9. I'm going 4.9.
4.9. Josh.
You said 5.2 and 06, right? Were the decimals?
Yeah.
And 0.9.
4.8. So 8.48. Come on. Please.
Sorry. No. 8.49. Brett, yeah, there it is. Cool.
I hate you all.
Oh, man.
So yeah, between Every Time I Die and Periphery's first album, not too bad. I agree with that personally. Brett, what about you?
Overall,
Josh doesn't give an opinion because he hates Periphery.
Yeah, I don't hate him.
Especially over the two of those. Yeah, personally, yeah. I'm a way bigger Miss May I fan than I am Periphery.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Every Time I Die more than Miss May I. So
that was a really good album.
Radical was a good album.
Radical's good.
Very good album.
Yeah.
I got to see them like a week before they broke up.
Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about that.
Fucking crazy.
True.
One of their last shows.
A respectable score. That's fine.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Solid B. Not bad.
No,
but anyway,
I thought so too when I first said my score. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a little high on this, but I was like, no, I wonder, because I was gonna change it, if it was too high, but it averaged out to where I wanted it to be, so that's cool.
Yeah. Don't ever think it's too high. Someone will bring it down. Don't worry, I know from experience.
Someone's gonna do it. Yeah.
Someone's gonna do it.
I expected it to be in the 7s for me, and I broke to 8.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I thought you were gonna do 7 too.
After the way that we've talked about it for the last 2 weeks, I was expecting that from you.
I think just because I've been listening to it for a little bit, it grew a little more. If this was like a 1 weeker, I probably would be in the average space, because almost everything I listen to is average, because nothing is as good as fucking 2006 to me.
It's true. Wow. It is now my pick.
Is it?
Yeah. for next week. And
With the easy.
I was thinking, it just came out, Brett. We just listened to it the other day. From a
I
little
know where you're
German
going.
band
Yep.
named Electric Callboy, and the album's called Techno.
Heck no.
We're gonna pump it up tonight.
Okay, Josh,
Okay.
you'll probably
Yes.
like it.
You'll very much.
I've
I'll
heard
just-
I've heard some of the singles. They're not
You've
bad.
heard a lot
The,
of things.
the songs that aren't singles too, it's not
we were
just it's
jamming.
not just memes.
I mean, there are some. It's pretty memeish. There's the last one we just listened to. I think had like zombies in it.
Oh well, yeah, but like some of the songs, like they're genuinely like good songs.
Yeah,
All right.
It's
fun.
it's our kind of metal.
it's fun.
You'll be
All right.
you'll be
All
all right.
right.
So, YouTube, that does it. Hope you enjoyed it. Do all the YouTube stuff. Before Twitch implodes on itself, come say hi to us on Twitch. Brett's been drumming. Watch all the other content. Oops, I said the C word.
Uh-oh.
And yeah.
That's a banned word now. Can't say that.
What,
Oh, dude,
content?
yeah,
No, I just
everything-
don't
yeah,
want to.
Content.
Because everything's
Okay.
content. You know when you break up on stream and 120,000 people are sitting there.
All right.
Yeah. Content, brother.
Cringe. Am I right?
Now I got a drink. Everybody.
Yeah.